Obviously, new kind of challenge for you guys, not new necessarily, but coming up to 6A this year after spending the last couple years in 5A. So what are your initial thoughts about coming into the new conference?
Yeah, we're super excited. It was time for our program to make the jump, to come back up over here, and I think we're ready to move forward. We've had some classes over the last couple of years that have really laid a foundation that we've been able to grow off of, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
You guys kind of have to deal with, filling some spots this season and stuff like that. How have, just through winter and spring, what have you seen from your guys?
I've just seen a lot of buy-in. I saw a lot of development. We're excited about where our guys are going. We just we haven't put pads on, right? So we got to be able to see what everything looks like with pads on. But we are definitely trending in the right direction, and I'm super excited about this team.
You got a guy like Gunner who's kind of, been in this program for what seems like a long time, and you've always had Luke come through, you've had Jamar come through, and now it's a year where it's Gunner's, it's Gunner's turn, and he's leading the team. What have you seen in him, and just his the strides he's made from a leadership perspective, or just being a senior and kind of knowing he's got to take that upperclassman role?
It's been amazing. It's been awesome. This is the first time in Gunner's life that he's gone into an offseason knowing that he's the starter. He's had to compete every other year of his life. So to see him kind of grow into himself and know that he's the guy, he doesn't take that lightly. He's there every day. He's working hard. He's always encouraging guys. He's the type of leader that you want. So from a human standpoint, it's been awesome to see him flourish in that aspect.
Talk about a guy in Asaro who's probably going to, take over the reins for some of the guys you're leaving. What are you excited for what he's going to do this year?
I'm just excited for him to get a chance. He's a really good football player. We had some really good receivers last year, so he kind of played like the sixth man off the bench for us. In a lot of other schools, he would have been a starter and would have been a dude. So he paid his dues, and we're really excited to get him the football and see what he could do with it.
You guys do have a couple more leaders defensively, and you also got a guy in Jack Marquez who's making the jump from O-line to D-line. What are you seeing in him, and then just from a leadership perspective of your defense, what intrigues you?
Yeah, well, having a guy like Jack in the middle, right? He's a tank. He's an anchor. He can control the A gaps. He's a very strong kid. He loves to work out. Everybody really enjoys being around him. So that portions of it is really good. We have two really good corners, which help out a ton. We have a free safety in Brock Bascom that's coming back, kind of like the quarterback of the defense. And then having someone like Adam Cooper being a returning linebacker for us, and you can't forget Jaden Rhodes. He's an edge guy. He had 85 tackles for us last year. That's amazing from that position to go through to do that. So having those guys really lead us and making sure that we're doing everything the right way has been awesome for us.
How big of a year do you expect Jaden to have this season?
He should have a huge year, right? He's put on about 16 pounds. He's getting stronger. He's getting better. He has that will, desire, and drive. And he's kind of a late bloomer, so he's starting to fill out, starting to get better. I can only wait what the next 3 months have in store for him.
When you look at the region where you guys are placed, are there any matchups that intrigue you in particular, or just overall thoughts about it as a whole?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's awesome. I appreciate the fact that there's a system now, and then we kind of know where we're going and what we're doing, the rules of the game we're playing. So it makes it fun, but it's exciting to go play somebody like Brophy. I was lucky enough to be the head coach at St. Mary's, so having that St. Mary's Brophy rivalry, being able, it won't be the same because it's Higley, but for me, right, playing Brophy again is kind of fun. I'm not really looking forward to taking that trip out to Shadow Ridge. No disrespect to Shadow Ridge at all, but that's like halfway to Vegas. So for us over here at Higley. But other than that, it's exciting. We always get to go play our sister school, Williamsfield, and that's going to be fun for us as well.
What do you think is going to be the biggest key for your team in making a state championship run this season?
Turnovers, and we got to stop the run. So those are the two big things for us. We got to figure out, creating turnovers. We have a really good quarterback. He'll be able to get us in and out of some really good situations. We got to have the mesh with the offensive line and the receivers portion of it.
What do you think are then the biggest strengths you guys have as a team, and know that you can go in week one and you're going to excel at something really well?
Yeah, I think our cornerback play, our DB play in general, and then having somebody like Gunner, he's the most qualified returning starter. He's 15-2 as a starter. I don't think anyone else could say that. He's a state champ. He's thrown for over 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. He makes me look really smart at times. And other times where he doesn't, it's because of me, definitely not because of him. I probably told him what to do, and it was wrong. But no, he's awesome to have out there, so we're super excited about that.
Last thing I'll ask, kind of a fun question. If you were to pick one person on your team to cook you a really good meal and something really solid that you would enjoy, Who would you let cook that meal?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would probably have to go with John Asaro. So I've seen John been doing some meal prepping this year. He's putting on a little bit of weight, and he's always coming in with the steak and the chicken, and it looks like it's, you know, marinated and stuff like that. So he says he does it. I don't know if he really does or not, but I'm gonna go with John Asaro.